This is breaking news.
Right now, NYPD executives are holding a security briefing ahead of tomorrow night's New Year's Eve festivities. Let's go there now.
It's of thousands of people. We don't like an empty Times Square either, but this year has been nothing short of unprecedented. So we're asking for everyone's help this year. Stay at home with your family. Let's put 2020 in the rearview mirror and welcome 2021 with the hope that we can soon start celebrating together in a COVID-free New York City. And let's all look forward to a tremendous Times Square party to welcome in 2022. Thank you. Martine?
Thank you, Chief. Good morning. At this time, there is no active, credible, or specific threat against the celebration. But due to the iconic status of it, we must always treat it as a potential target for anyone looking to disrupt the event. We are very aware of recent events, particularly the vehicle explosion in downtown Nashville on Christmas Day. As always, we take a close look at attacks such as this in the U.S. and across the world, which includes reporting from our overseas posts. This intelligence helps devise our counterterrorism overlay for this event. The Counterterrorism Bureau has already implemented some security measures, such as staging concrete barriers and conducting pre-sweeps of parking garages and similar locations in the frozen zone. Officers will also secure entry point screening for cast and production teams. This will be a multi-layered process at these designated locations that include magnetometer screening and explosive detection screen teams. Other assets we will be deploying include, in the inner and outer perimeter of the event, heavy weapons teams, bomb squad and critical response commands explosive detection canines, drone detection teams, blocker vehicles, and Department of Sanitation sand trucks. And as a reminder, it is prohibited to fly a drone in the confines of New York City, including at this event. Lastly, we would never be successful without the continued cooperation between the police department and the public. If you see something, say something. Call 188-NYC-SAFE or alert a police officer for suspicious activity. Thank you all very much. I wish you a happy, healthy, and safe New Year. Turning it over to Chief Holmes.
Thank you, Chief Matarazzo. Good morning, everyone. As we prepare to ring in the new year, we are doing so with everyone's health and safety in mind. Similar to other iconic large-scale events in New York City, this New Year's Eve will once again be an event watched from the comfort of your home. In light of the ongoing impact of COVID-19, the general public will not be able to watch the ball drop in public. In fact, there will be a two-part freeze put into effect for the entire area. Beginning at midnight tonight, portions of Times Square will be shut down to both vehicular and pedestrian traffic. Looking at the map here, I hope it's still up, the affected area for this initial freeze is indicated by the striped markings at the top of the map. It includes 49th Street to 45th Street and 6th Avenue to 8th Avenue. The second freeze will be put into effect at 3 p.m. The more expansive freeze will also prohibit both vehicular and pedestrian traffic throughout the larger rectangular shaded in red as indicated on the map, which covers 41st to 49th Street and 6th Avenue to 8th Avenue. Due to the absence of a large crowd, the number of officers assigned to Times Square this year will be significantly reduced. However, the ball drop is still an iconic event watched around the world. As such, the NYPD will still have many hundreds of officers on hand, as Chief Monahan mentioned. They will be joined by the complement of specialized units to ensure everything goes smoothly. Uniformed patrol officers will be deployed along the entire perimeter of the frozen area. These resources will also be working in tandem with Chief Matarazzo's people, ensuring everyone's safety. Coming to Times Square for New Year's is a family tradition for some. It is a bucket list item for others. But this year is different. I can't empathize enough how important it is for everyone to stay home. I want to thank everyone in advance for their cooperation for this. I know we are all happy to finally turn the page on 2020 I want to wish everyone and their families a healthy and happy New Year's. Thank you.
Questions?
Chief, you're not going to be able to actively stop people from, if they're going to come out to 7th Avenue, they're going to be by the park, ball's high in the sky, but they'll still want to get a glimpse. What are you going to do about it?
We're going to have teams working up and down those blocks. Anyone that starts to gather, they're going to be told to move along. We are not going to allow people to stand on the street corner, stare up. Our cops under Chief Hughes are going to be out there moving them along consistently. Don't come. Do not come to the area. If you think you're going to be able to stand there and watch the ball, you're mistaken. Don't come. Watch it on home. It'll be a spectacular television show. Next year, we'll all gather together and we'll fill Times Square. But this year, don't even attempt to come down there to watch it.
Given that the footprint is a bit smaller this year because of fewer people, but you kind of touched on this before, does that play into how you are staffing and manning this whole event?
Yeah, because the footprint's a lot smaller. We're not expecting 100,000 or 1 million people in the area. Much less cops will have to work in the Times Square. It's approximately an 80% reduction in the cops that are coming into Times Square, which allows us to put them out in the rest of the city where they're needed. So there'll be more cops working in the outer boroughs where they're needed that no longer have to be brought into Times Square for the detail.
People be allowed in the hotels in Times Square. Are you guys deploying dual license plate readers to the area and what happened in Nashville?
We always have the license plate readers. We have our cars that are staged with license plate readers. They will be in the area. The hotels that are operating will operate. They won't be allowed to come out like they have in the past at midnight to watch the ball drop. They'll be told they have to stay in the hotel. I believe there are 5 hotels that are operating right now with guests within that area, but people are going to have to stay inside the hotel.
Chief, can you tell us how many cops, I know you probably won't, but how many cops will be in Times Square?
We never give you the number, but I'm going to tell you it's like an 80% reduction from what normally we have.
How is this different for you personally?
This is a huge difference. Listen, there's nothing better than to walk through those crowds on Times Square, see the people enjoying the night. Last year was tremendous if anyone was out there. Literally at least 1 million people in that area, all happy, enjoying the night. This year it's going to be different, but this whole year has been different. Let's put 2020 in the books. 2021 is coming, and it's going to be a much better year for this city, for this country, I believe.
Anybody else on this side? Any other questions on topic? Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much.
It's 7:30.